Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine? Today, we're diving into the top 10 real haunted places in America. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment. From ghostly whispers to shadowy figures, these locations are filled with spine-tingling secrets. Did you know that the infamous Waverly Hills Sanatorium was once a tuberculosis hospital where over 60,000 patients died? Or that the Stanley Hotel inspired Stephen King's The Shining after he spent a night there? But wait, there's more. Each of these places holds a dark history that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. As we count down, prepare for shocking facts that will haunt your dreams. By the end, you'll be gripping your seat, wondering if you dare to visit these eerie sites yourself. So, stick around, because the creepiest tales are yet to come. And remember, once you know these stories, you can never unsee them. Welcome to number 1 on our haunted countdown, Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. This massive Gothic structure opened in 1910 as a hospital for tuberculosis patients. At the height of the epidemic, it was overcrowded, and tragically, thousands never made it out alive. To avoid alarming the healthy patients, staff secretly transported bodies down a 500-foot underground tunnel, nicknamed the Death Chute. Today, ghost hunters report eerie shadow figures, phantom footsteps, and whispers that follow you down the long corridors. Some claim to see the ghost of a young boy rolling a leather ball across the floor, or feel an invisible hand brush against their arm. Waverly Hills isn't just an abandoned hospital. It's a place where history, suffering, and the unexplained collide. Would you dare to walk its halls alone at night? Next on our list is the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, a place so unsettling it inspired Stephen King's classic novel, The Shining. Built in 1909 as a luxury mountain resort, the Stanley looks beautiful by day, but at night, it tells a very different story. Guests and staff have reported flickering lights, pianos that play by themselves, and mysterious laughter echoing through empty halls. Room 217 is the most famous. In 1911, a chambermaid named Elizabeth Wilson was seriously injured when a gas lamp exploded. She survived, but to this day, visitors claim she still lingers, unpacking suitcases, folding clothes, and even separating unmarried couples who dare to share the room. With its grand ballroom, eerie corridors, and chilling history, the Stanley Hotel isn't just a tourist attraction. It's one of America's most iconic paranormal hotspots. Would you spend the night in room 217? Number 3 takes us to the Queen Mary, a luxury ocean liner now permanently docked in Long Beach, California. During World War II, this ship was transformed into a troop carrier, earning the nickname the Gray Ghost. Packed with soldiers and tragedy, at least 49 deaths were recorded on board. Today, the Queen Mary serves as a hotel and is known as one of the most haunted places in America. Visitors report hearing phantom footsteps in empty hallways, doors slamming on their own, and even wet footprints near the drained swimming pool. In the engine room, guests have claimed to see the ghost of a young sailor crushed by a watertight door. Others hear children laughing in places where no children are present. Whether you come for the history or the hauntings, the Queen Mary offers an unforgettable voyage into the supernatural. Would you dare to sleep on board? Number 4 brings us to the Sallie House in Atchison, Kansas, a seemingly quiet home with a reputation that's anything but ordinary. The tale dates back to the late 1800s, when a young girl named Sally tragically passed away here during an emergency surgery. Since then, visitors have reported strange and unsettling experiences. Lights flickering, objects moving on their own, and sudden cold spots. Some feel an overwhelming presence, as if they're never truly alone, while others hear footsteps in empty rooms or whispers that vanish when they try to listen closer. What makes the Sallie House so chilling is its ordinary appearance. a small town home on a peaceful street, but inside, it's one of the most talked about haunted locations in the Midwest. Would you dare step through its door? Coming in at number 5 is Franklin Castle, also known as the Hannes Tiedemann House in Cleveland, Ohio. This towering Victorian mansion was built in the late 1800s and quickly earned a reputation for death and tragedy. The original owner, Hannes Tiedemann, lost several family members within its walls, and whispers of hidden rooms and dark secrets have followed ever since. Over the years, residents and visitors have reported hearing crying babies, footsteps pacing in empty hallways, and doors opening by themselves. Some have even seen ghostly figures standing in the windows, peering out at the street below. Franklin Castle has been called the most haunted house in Ohio, and its Gothic architecture only adds to the chill. Is it cursed history, or just an old house creaking? Either way, the shadows inside seem determined to keep their secrets. Number 6 is the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, often called America's most haunted hotel. Built in 1886, it was turned into a hospital in the 1930s by a con man named Norman Baker, who lured in cancer patients with fake cures. Many died within the hotel's walls, and it's said their spirits never left. Guests report seeing nurses pushing gurneys, hearing screams from the old operating room, and spotting ghostly figures near room 218. The Crescent embraces its haunted reputation with nightly ghost tours, but many visitors leave shaken by what they've experienced. If you stay the night, don't be surprised if you wake up with more than just a story. You might leave believing in ghosts. Number 7 brings us to the Mizpah Hotel in Tonopah, Nevada, a grand old hotel with a reputation for more than just luxury. Opened in 1907, the Mizpah quickly became a symbol of elegance in the desert, but it also gained a legend that continues to this day: the Lady in Red. According to local lore, she was a glamorous guest who met a tragic fate on the 5th floor. Ever since, people have claimed to see her presence drifting through the halls, often described as a figure dressed in crimson who seems to linger near room 502. The Mizpah has been featured on national paranormal shows and is frequently ranked among the most haunted hotels in the country. Its rich history and chilling stories draw both history buffs and ghost seekers alike. Would you spend a night at the Mizpah Hotel knowing its most famous guests might still walk the halls? Number 8 isn't just one building, it's an entire city. Welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana, the most haunted city in America. With its above-ground cemeteries, voodoo traditions, and tragic history, the French Quarter is a ghost story waiting to be told. One of the most famous spots? The Bourbon Orleans Hotel, where guests feel the playful tug of a ghostly girl named Catalina at night. And then there's the LaLaurie Mansion, echoing with the restless spirits of its dark past. From shadowy figures in the alleys to ghostly jazz music drifting through the air, this city is alive with energy, both past and present. In New Orleans, you don't just visit one haunted place, you step into a haunted world. Number 9 takes us deep into rural Texas, where stretches of road carry more than just travelers. One of the most famous is Stagecoach Road, a dirt path lined with old oaks and abandoned remnants of the past. Locals say the atmosphere changes here. Headlights seem dimmer, the night air feels heavier, and some drivers report the sound of distant footsteps on the gravel when no one is around. Another spot that draws curious visitors is Old Alton Bridge, often called Goatman's Bridge. People crossing after dark have spoken of unexplained knocks on their cars, or the sudden feeling that someone is nearby, even when the bridge appears empty. What makes these places so haunting is their emptiness. In the wide open silence of rural Texas, every rustle of leaves and creak of wood can make you wonder, are you truly alone on the road? Finally, number 10, the Whaley House in San Diego, California. Often called the most haunted house in America, Built in 1857, it has been a family home, a theater, and even a courthouse, but its history is steeped in ghostly tales. Visitors claim to see Thomas Whaley himself, dressed in a black frock coat, lingering at the top of the stairs. Others hear the cries of a baby, the laughter of children, and feel cold chills in empty rooms. So many paranormal encounters have been documented that the U.S. Commerce Department recognized it as officially haunted. The Whaley House doesn't just preserve history, it keeps it alive. Step inside and you might just meet the past. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 10 haunted places in America. If you stuck with us through the chills and stories, thank you so much. Your support truly means everything to us and our future. With Halloween right around the corner, we thought it would be fun to put out this special project from Imagine Me to bring some spooky vibes your way. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to hit like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Word of mouth is the best way for us to grow, and every click helps more than you know. From Imagine Me, thanks for watching, thanks for believing in us, and we'll see you soon with more music, more stories, and more reasons to stay tuned. Happy haunting.